Welcome back, it's Smashboss here, today with a new episode of the Puzzle Challenge. As last time for this episode, I'll show you the puzzle that is the challenge for next time, and I'll also show you the solution in this video. And for next time, I've planned something a little bit different, so I've changed the rules. Next time, it's your turn to send me any puzzle you want me to play. It's not necessary that you've created the level, so if you've seen a really cool puzzle or something like that, you can send it me too. If you've got any level ID for a puzzle level that you want me to play, just leave it in the comments. I'll check them out next time. So for today we have this puzzle called One Puzzle to Rule Them All. And if you don't want to get spoiled for the solution of the puzzle, then you have to stop watching now, because now I'm going to show the solution to the puzzle. So the first thing you've got to do is you have to go over to this side, put the power block on the left side, take the bomb, go up here and throw it up to the coin. Now you have to go back through the door and back again, because you need the bomb a second time. Now the bomb is upstairs and will blow up 2 blocks. And in one of these blocks, in the question mark block, there was a wine. So you have to do this step again if you now go through a door. So you have to do the whole rest of the puzzle, or at least most of the things, now in one go without going through any doors. So the path that the bomb blew up downstairs is a method to get the spring on this side without going through a door. Now with the spring you can activate this block, which contains a Fire Koopa clown car, and you can use the Fire Koopa clown car for several things. The first thing you can do is you can blow up these blocks, and you can blow them all up like this. Then you'll get a power block and a red coin, but in order to get the last red coin, which is hidden underneath this cannon, you will need 2 power blocks, both on this side, because you need to activate them both on this side of the screen. So now you have 1 power block here, but the problem is you can't just do the same thing that you did with a spring with a second power block, because first of all there would be no way to get up here for you then, and second of all, if you throw a power block it will just explode on the other side and you need it, so you need to grab it and activate it in a certain spot, which is not down there. So you need to find something, a way to get both power blocks on this side. And here's a really cool strategy I found in a Japanese one-screen puzzle. If you place a power block or something like that, the clown car gets pushed all the way over, and you can, if it's pushed somewhere here, you can push it further to this side. So now the Fire Koopa clown car is trapped in this spot. Then we need to throw the spring to this side again, and we can activate the first power block. We have to activate it from this spot to kill both of the big munchers. Now we can collect this coin. if we throw the power block in here now, it will land inside the clown car, which prevents the power block from exploding. Now we just need to be fast, so, well, and we need to be careful too, but I'm sure I will beat it in the second try. So this time it didn't push the clown car at all, but once it's trapped underneath 2 blocks, it will be there forever unless you push it left or right with the power block. And again, once it's down there, you can activate 1 power block, get this coin, and throw the other power block in the clown car. Now we need to be fast and careful to go down here and get this coin. And the last red coin is, as I said before, hidden under this cannon. And as you can see, the Muncher on top of the cannon didn't die. That's because he was on top of the cannon, so if you activate the power block, only stuff that's directly on the ground dies. So if you got a stack of 2 Munchers, like the big Munchers here, only the bottom one would die. But since we throw the power block on top of the top Muncher, things that get hit by a power block directly will also die. And that's also how we want to kill this Muncher, because if we just activate the power block anywhere in the level, it won't die, because the cannon underneath it will never die from a power block. But if we hit it directly, then it dies, and this gets us the final coin. But we are not done yet, because if you remember, the bomb spawned exactly there where we would come out of the key door if we would just enter it now. So since there's no mushroom or helmet or something in the level, we need to hold the bomb while going through the key door. But that's actually easier than it sounds. We just need to grab it, go through this door, go around here and enter the key door, and we're finished with the puzzle. For today's episode, I want to include showing off the one-screen puzzle that I found a trick in. It's also created by this Japanese guy who makes really cool one-screen puzzles. So in his one-screen puzzle number 59, he had this trick, and I was really impressed once I found it out, because I've never seen this before, and it was a easy setup for something like that that would always work. and it's even better used in his puzzle than in mine. So first of all, you have to throw the P-switch on the other side. As you can see, there's a lot of inspiration from his puzzle to mine. I also use this setup to make sure you don't hold an item while going to the other side. Once we've got this P-switch, we can go up here. And so what you shall think is that the only reason for this clown car to be there is to break this block. But what I was curious about is, you want to get a coin, you have to activate the block, and you want to break the block, you have to use the clown car. So if this is the only reason for the clown car to be there, there's no really reason. He could just have placed the coin normally without any blocks or clown cars. So there had to be another reason for this clown car. Actually, if I do like this, if I throw the P-switch, it will bounce back and forth, and it will always push the clown car inside of this little gap. Now we can use this to push the clown car outside of the screen. And there we can use the P-switch to get it back in screen. For the next step, we'll need the Buzzy Beetle inside of this block. Just need to bring it outside of the block, so now there's no other reason, because now we have to break the block. We have to use the P-switch in order to do so, because the block is lined up with this line of ground, so we can't simply shoot it from the side. Once we've got this, we can place the clown car inside of this gap. This setup allows us to go through here exactly once. Now we can activate the P-switch. Well, that was not my intention to activate the power block also, but once we've got here again, I can show off the rest of the puzzle. So the real question in this puzzle was how to get the spring, because you need something to get the spring, and the thing was, I can use the P-switch to knock it one block to the left, but then I would need another item to grab the spring finally, and I've first thought it would be impossible to get a power block to this side, but there is not much left what you can do else, so it had to be the power block, and with this trick it was finally possible for me to get the power block to the other side. Now we need to release the Buzzy Beetle again. I think this is a little bit of bad item placement. Yes, I activated the P-switch. And I've tried different steps to get a spring, but it was never possible to reach the spring, and you need the spring to bounce this cannon up. So we can also go down here first and activate the block. This is also a way you can push the clown car outside of the screen. So once it's outside, we need to get it back in screen using the P-switch. So once we're down here, we can activate the P-switch and grab this coin. And now, since the clown car is placed down there, if we throw the power block, it will get inside the clown car, and the clown car prevents the power block from getting activated. Now we can go down here. And the thing is, now we can use the power block we just got in order to reach the spring. And the cool thing about this setup is it allows us to die. Well, so what I was trying to explain before was this setup allows us to get both items, spring and power block, back, because the radius from where you can grab a power block is actually bigger than the one you can grab a spring. So to grab the spring, you need to stand. The spring needs really to be inside Mario, but the power block, as you can see, I'm not even touching the power block, but I can still grab it. So with the power block I can come here, push the spring outside where I need it, and re-grab the power block. But unfortunately the beetle went inside this little hole. So let's see in this situation with the beetle again. And now we need to activate the power block without losing the shell. The most consistent way to do this is to throw the shell while standing next to the wall. Now all we need is the shell and we need to throw it in there. The shell will give us the final coins that we need. Also, you can't jump up on top of the screen, so there's an invisible block that prevents that. And finally we can enter the key door. So as I said, if you've got any kind of puzzle level to play for me next time, please leave it in the comments. I'll play big puzzle levels, I play little puzzle levels. The only thing I will maybe not play are Kaizo puzzle levels, because obviously they are a little difficult to execute. But anything else I will play, and I will also try to beat it. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video.